Welcome to my thoughts on Ash vs. Evil Dead, Season 3, Episode 8. This episode is called Rifting Apart. Another episode I love. Spoilers for everything Evil Dead leading up to and including this episode. This episode is rated TVMA, so will this video be. Let's dive right in. So, yeah, I don't know what I want to start with. Let's go with we have the increasing tension of, again, the sheriff and, the police force of Elk Grove. They do think, oh, Ashy Slashy went nuts again, I'm sure, at least some of the people there survived, and they don't know all the details. They just saw Ashy Slashy, who everybody knows what he looks like, sounds like, going around with a chainsaw, killing people, So, yeah, of course the police force think that that's who it is. And, extend the search to state lines, something like that. So, yeah, I'm looking forward to the payoff to that. And it is a funny joke to have, oh, we got to search the entire state for him. And he's literally, he's right there. Open the doors in the hallway and you'll find him. That's, quite funny joke about police incompetence, which, American cops, wow. Let's see. It was really cool finding out more about the area. I suppose we could call it the dead space. It turns out it is basically like limbo. It's not hell for that. It's not as low as you can go. Quite like Brandy. Going. She's like walking down the street and looking around. She's like, where am I? How did I get here? Okay, taking those questions in order. Apparently Silent Hill. And yeah, if it's Silent Hill, it's probably some kind of trauma and death. That works for this episode too. And yeah, I quite like that evidently most people pretty quickly get pulled, leave limbo. But, Kelly and, I'm just going to call him Darwin, because I think that's a funny, Ash is like, I know you've done a lot of good, you've helped save lives, but I'm still not going to remember your name properly. Kelly and Darwin managed to hide from it and are now trying to help others hide. Let's see. Yeah, you see the one other, that other girl from the dance, right in front of Brandy, the hands come up and grab her and start pulling her, and she's like, please, no, they're dragging me to hell, just like that movie by Sam Raimi. I forget what it's called, though. Very admirable of Brandy to try to save her. Let's see. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe I've just watched The Terminator too many times, as if there was such a thing. I got kind of a Kyle Reese vibe off Darwin, like, come on, get in this alley with me. I know everything about what's going on. I understand you don't know enough about the situation yet, but here's what's happening, Let's see, and I like, Ash is like, I would do anything to get Brandy back, even a prostate exam. And then later he's like, well, I didn't mean die. So, just good to know that they're close, but death is slightly worse than a prostate exam to him. Let's see. Yeah, great use of the clip from Evil Dead 2 with the, Professor Nobi. And yeah, it's true, that was established there, he's caught in this world between, so that's where, very, very clever. Good, the show continues to do a really great job building on the mythology that the movie set up. Let's see. I quite like that the doors don't necessarily lead you to exactly where you think in the limbo area. Mobile Avenue. Again, like, yeah, evidently someone who worked on this episode is as big a fan of Silent Hill as I am, and I'm here for it. Let's see. Yeah, we find out. So I debated a little bit in my head if I was gonna call him the Shadow Man or what exactly. But apparently the cast, according to the episode's commentary track, the cast referred to him as Clicky Click. So that's what I'm going with. Clicky Click. We learn. He doesn't. He usually doesn't go into the theater, which a lot of people have really struggled to get there since COVID got under control, so that's completely understandable. Let's see. Right, apparently, I want to say it was Bob Tabbert on the commentary track. He talks about, we called him the shapeshifter, but he doesn't really do anything. He just summons forth the hands. Dude, you're way too hard on yourself. That was epic. I don't know what to. No, that was amazing. Let's see. Right, I really loved when they go to steal they get Brandy's corpse, but there's also another one, and Ash is like, we'll bring it back or drop it off in a well ventilated area, which, like, yeah. And the bit where, like, I think, yeah, Pablo is like swerving the car, so Ash, like, yeah, goes from one side to the other in the back of the car. That was pretty funny. And yeah, they I was hoping, and I was very, very happy to see, yes, someone working on this indeed also loves 9 to 5, because Ash brought the wrong corpse, and all he could say is he made a mistake. That was a great, Ash, did you check that was Brandy's corpse? So yeah. And if I'm not mistaken, the other corpse we saw, that was the girl we saw dragged to hell from Limbo. So yeah, that's how that happens. When someone dies and then comes back as a Kandarian demon, first their soul goes to Limbo, and if it gets pulled to hell, then they're able to. Although Darwin said that his demonic possession happened before he ended up in Limbo, so I guess it can go either way. Oh, I guess, no, yeah, because Darwin hadn't died when he got possessed, had he? So that's yeah, if you die and then you get possessed, which we have seen in some of the movies, someone dying and then coming back. Yeah. But yeah, it's cool to see evidently this is, logically it follows that this has happened every time. And yeah, we've only seen it just now when it was especially dramatic. Like, it would be silly to show us this every single time. It's only when there's someone stuck down there. And yeah, they're not able to bring Kelly back. I figure that's because, right now, Kaya is in yeah, the there is already someone inside Kelly. And I don't know, I guess Limbo doesn't believe in threesomes. But let's see. Yeah, it really is great. In defense of Pablo, sure, he only had one job, but he did have to deal with Brandy. I like the bit with the TV, letting that get through. And that is also something I understand some people who believe in the supernatural believe, that sometimes communication comes through TV static and such. Communication with the spirit world. And yeah, great tension there with and he loses the dagger temporarily. Great kill on, when he's like up against the Kandarian, and that was also, like, I was hoping they would do something with the standee of Ash, and yeah, quite fun. But yeah, I think it's like a paint shaker that he squeezes her head into, and it, shakes, and the blood all over, and he and he says, I'm El Brujo Especial. That was really, really badass. I think that might be about right. It was pretty funny when Ash, he goes through the sperm bank, which last time we saw that we realized there are limits to how much Ash loves himself. I didn't see that coming, and I appreciate it. But he goes through and ends up inside the bar, and he's like, "This isn't where I thought I was gonna go. I was just in the sperm bank." I honestly thought for a second there that he was gonna pick up the porno mag that he was looking at. Let's see. He has his right hand back, so it wouldn't even feel weird. Right, and the commentary track they mention again. Bruce really loves it when he gets his hand back. I wonder if the line happens more often than you might think was like them pointing out he was probably constantly telling them, is there any way I could just have my hand back? And so they keep thinking of ways. But yeah, he goes in, and I like Kelly's very appropriate reaction. You killed yourself. We're trying to save the world. You're like one of the last few people. It's basically you, Pablo, and Zoe are the last people standing, and you fucking killed yourself. God damn it. And the I like her calling it his invincible blue shirt, which apparently was an ad lib according to the commentary. Let's see, and they do acknowledge on the commentary track. It's basically that he has, a whole closet full of all these blue shirts. That's why he always has a fresh blue shirt. Despite all the carnage that it sees, literally. I like that Darwin is still, all for one and one for all, going down on his knees and such. Let's see, and yeah, it was very, the father daughter love stuff is very sweet. You kill yourself for me. Right. I would love if there was like an outtake of right after the knife goes in. Bruce Campbell going, I think you cut me too deep. I think I'm dying, man. And let's see the right, yeah, and Ash wakes up and he's like, Pablo, you gotta kill me again. You really gotta be careful saying that to people in the Evil Dead universe, Ash. There's a line of people who would really, really love to knock off Ash Williams. Let's see. That was also a great, 1, 2, 2.5. So, like Pablo was like, I can't stab you. And, I was like, we'll do it together. And then it does end up being Pablo stabbing him. Let's see. And then we have the... right, I like the... Ash is like, well, I mean, you're the one who's supposed to be able to do this. And you have the thing about, what, you said this would... Now it won't even work. And once they're in the, Ash with others in limbo, Kelly is like, you have a plan? Like, there's this, she's not sure whether she believes him or whether she does, or she's just really scared of what that means, And he says, I have part of a plan, okay? 12%. And I think that might be about... what I had. I'm really glad we got a scene in the hardware store of like tools being thrown and such. And yeah, they got some great stuff out of that. And apparently the paint shaker, that was supposed to be in, if I understood correctly from the commentary track, the first episode of season 3, something like that, and they recycled it for this one. Great. Yeah, and at the end of the episode, we see that, Kaya caught Zoe, and, she does that thing that sometimes people do when they're, trying to be defiant in the face of, it's like, you may have caught me, but I'm not afraid of you. She reveals she speaks Latin, and, yeah, I mean, is that... I feel like Kandarian and Latin are not the same, but I'm guessing there's some other... yeah, there's something that they can use that for, and yeah, break out a very gnarly looking knife. And yeah, it does make sense. Zoe. Let's see. What did Kaya say? She was watching the house. Because yeah, that that does make a lot of sense. Yeah. Um, I think that is what I had for this one. Right, the car bit. Yeah. That was really really great. He keeps insisting, and Kelly's like, it's not gonna work here. Nothing works here. And he's like, no, the car always works no matter what. And it is getting pulled under, and poor Darwin, standing over there distracting his ass off, yeah, for like a couple of seconds it looks like, well, Ash put too much stock in the car, but they do manage to get out, try to run over Clickety Clack, and yeah, manage to get to, and yeah, like, about when that happens, Clickety Clack is standing there right in front of the theater. He's like, they say that the numbers are sufficiently down. We have COVID under control. There's so many great movies. I just got to work up the nerve. There is no IMDb trivia for this episode, so I guess that covers. Yeah. Really, really love this one. Looking forward to seeing. So there's what, 2 episodes left? 9 and 10. Yeah, they're doing a really great job of building up to a conclusion. I'm not 100% certain. Clearly, Ruby has a new plan and seems confident that it'll work. And she's not known for being, just someone who's like, naive about her plans. Yeah, Brandy's back again, and let's see, we have, yeah, Kelly's still down there because Kaya is, so yeah, there's a couple of things left to wrap up. I'm thinking there'll probably be some defeat of Ruby by the end of episode 10, if not, yeah, probably, yeah, similar to how they in the first season it was Godfather style deal, but in the second season it was more of a defeat of Ball, at least. Yeah, I could imagine they're either able to save Kelly, get her back into her own body, or possibly she dies in some, she sacrifices herself or something. Let's see, but yeah. Right. Just briefly. Right before Darwin sacrificed himself, I don't love that he didn't, get more clear consent from Kelly. I will say it does, based on her reaction to it, it does seem like, she was happy about yeah. So that's, and it's like we know from episode 1, if a guy tries to put his moves on her and she really doesn't want it, yeah, she's not gonna just accept that. Let's see. Right, and it was pretty funny when Ash is going over the reasons why it, no, but that it went different for Kelly. Why? Because she's a girl, hot, pregnant? You don't.